What's up, you guys? Welcome to the live stream. Just getting set up right now. Gonna get the microphones on, and we're very lucky because we got a little bit of sunshine today. Let's see who's in the chat. What's up, David? What's up, Anna? Sorry you're not feeling good. What's up, Jake? What's up, Lambretta? What's up, Martin? Martin's first. Bonus points. All right. Let's see. Is the microphone working? I've got the camera flipped, so I've got it on the better camera view. So I can't see the chat until I pull my phone out. I thought it was gonna be cold. It feels warm to me. Okay, okay. Let's see. So right now I've got my spare phone on the tripod and a hotspot on my phone. That way I can see comments from my hand, just like this. Good morning. We're doing a YouTube live stream. Could I ask you a couple questions? Yeah? All right, come on over. So my name is Daniel. You don't mind being live on YouTube? Do you want to step off camera so you're not on? Just the voice? Okay, so yeah, my name is Daniel and I'm an animal rights activist. You know what that means? You know what an animal rights activist does?
Protect the animals or something?
Right, fight for the rights of animals. Do you believe that animals deserve rights?
They do.
They do. What kind of rights do animals deserve?
Their territory.
What's that?
Their territory.
Their territory? Rights to their territory? Do you think that animals are people?
I don't think so.
You don't think they're people?
They're like animals.
They're animals? Right, well, I don't mean to cut you off guard, but aren't we animals if we have animalistic values? Probably. I wanna ask you a deeper question. Have you ever heard of veganism?
No.
No? It's a principle that we should live without exploiting animals. Is that something that you would agree with?
I think so.
You think you agree with not exploiting animals?
Right.
For example, not going to the zoo because they're in captivity for our entertainment, right? Or another good example could be cosmetics. Sometimes they test on animals to the point of death. They do awful things to bunny rabbits and dogs and hamsters, lab rats, but also the food that we sell in the grocery store, like meat, eggs, and cheese. Yeah, do you think that that's respectful to the animal to eat its flesh?
I know, but I think humans' food. I mean,
It's humans' food, but do we have to eat the animals? Is there another option?
I don't know what kind of option we have.
That's what I'm here for. That's what veganism is. It's not just a diet, but it includes the diet, right? Rejecting animal exploitation. Have you ever seen how those industries make those animals into products?
I don't think all the way there, but
Yeah, it's the most hidden thing in our society. They don't want us to see it because if we do, we won't support it. And on top of that, we're supporting the beheading of innocent individuals. Is that something you want to contribute to? Do you want to be vegan?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Is there anything stopping you? You just
No.
like
I
the
just-
taste?
Just, not, I'm not seeking like that. Just regular people.
But the animals are regular people too, in the sense that they have personalities and a capacity to suffer, right?
I get it. I get it.
If I gave you a resource to look more into these things, would you? Right on. Okay, cool. I've got a card right here with some resources. I'm with an organization called Anti-Animal Use. You can find a link right now to our YouTube channel, and on the other side is a film called Dominion. I want you to watch that. You know how to use this QR code?
Yeah.
You take a picture with your phone, and it'll take you to that film, Dominion, and it shows you how meat, eggs, and cheese are made, as well as other animal industries, and how they're exploited for optional products at the end of the day, right?
Right.
You know, I've
Thank you, Devin.
been vegan for a long time. I appreciate you stopping.
No problem.
You have a good day.
You too.
Think about it, the animals.
All right.
All right, let's see. Got to go on my live, see what's going on. Is it working? I think it's working. Is it working? Can you guys hear me? Did you guys hear that interview? All right. You know, you are very welcome for me coming out here. It's my pleasure to come outreach. It's where I belong and where I want to be, talking to people about the animals. I can't seem to pull the live stream up on my thing. What in the world? There it is. That was amazing. Thank you, Anna. That was a great conversation. I still Chips outreach. What do you think an animal activist does? An animal rights activist. He was not open-minded, but he agreed with me. The animals really don't care about how you feel. They care about what you do. But I have to show you guys something. There's a rainbow. Oh. Couldn't hear you. Couldn't really hear him. Oh, shoot. Okay. Thanks, Axel. Okay, I have an idea. Work. All right, can you wait? Let me go away from that phone. Let's get the mic. What's up, Axel? Welcome. I think the mic is working. Mic not working. On the mic is switch it back to normal. Is the the adapter. All right, if the mic is not working, then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. Hope you can hear me. Muted myself. I think the mic cord is just janky. It's like a USB-C adapter. Okay, sweet. All right. We are out in St. Helens, Oregon for week 2 of Vegan Outreach, my hometown. This is where I grew up. Axel, so far I've had one conversation, and he agreed with me, but he just said he wasn't going to change, and he wasn't really sure why, which is too often the case. People don't want to change. They don't know why. It couldn't possibly be brainwashed or cognitive dissonant. But, yep. Yep, came out here last week and I had about 5 conversations with people that, in my opinion, all went really well. That's interesting, Axel. I've never done ice baths, at least on a consistent basis. I've heard it can be really good for your mind and body. It's like the adrenaline or something. Let's see. So I have a recommendation for all the vegans in the chat. Start a Google Doc or some kind of a notepad or something and just take notes for all your activism and just keep layering it and layering it. It's convenient for me to go back and just find some inspiration if I'm ever trying to come up with some content. Yeah, others that I have. Write them down for sure. Hey guys, I'm doing a YouTube live. We're doing interviews. Do you want to try it?
What thing is it for?
We're asking about animals.
You gonna be here later?
We will be here later. It'll take about 3 minutes. If there's no worries.
YouTube live, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Okay. I'll be here. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
They seemed like they were open for a conversation. Pretty cool. I wonder if they would have been interested in a conversation if I had said the V word. Surely there's scarier things out there than plant farming. I feel like today the public are pretty open-minded. I've had talked to 2 people so far, and they were very cooperative. Let's see, I'm gonna go through some of my notes as we're sitting here bored and read stuff randomly. So I don't know why anyone believes that some lives deserve exploitation. Wow, that rainbow is like extremely vivid right now. Point the camera this way. Oh yeah, that's the move. Much scarier than plant farming. I've got a friend who does ice baths. One of my parkour friends in Bend, Oregon, he made like his own little ice bath that he's been doing for a while. But that sounds very unpleasant in the winter. And I have no body fat. I'd be shivering. The scariest thing on the earth is humans' ability to justify injustice. And it relates to our guilt. Whenever people seem to be guilty, they are dishonest. It's like they'd rather deny reality than consider the consequences of their choices. Hello. I'm doing YouTube live interviews if you have time. 3 minutes for a conversation. A lot of people are sick right now. It's going around. My wife's got the bug. That person said that they're sick. All right, question for the vegans in the chat. What's your favorite protein powder? Rainbow's gone. Does anyone in the chat know how to make your front view camera on a live stream switch to the wide angle? Because I've got an ultra wide angle on this camera, but it's using the standard one. Wow, Lamb, you've never had protein powder? It's like one of my go-tos when I'm not eating a lot. I do protein powder almost every single day. Yeah, Anna, I think YouTube Live is really development right now, and they're trying to make it the next coolest thing, but I feel like there's a little bit of a rift within the YouTube live communities between the vertical and horizontal live streams. Because it messes with the algorithm. There's going to be two factions. Yeah, yeah, and like Axel was saying last week about how uh, you have to make people standard admins, otherwise it'll mess with their ability to comment on your reels. I'm down for that, Axel. A double live. We need something like a vegan TV that like reruns live streams from other channels. I think that's totally doable as long as you just ask for permission. It rains the majority of the year here in Oregon. We get a lot of rain. Therefore, there's a lot of plants and a lot of moss. And a lot of gardeners. Does anyone garden? Here's my question for the gardeners out there. I'm trying to do house plants that are also edible. I know that you can do sweet potatoes as a vine. And then, a few months later, just empty the bucket out and get your taters and replant. That sounds fun. I've got some indoor tomatoes, which are supposed to live like 3 years. Little yellow cherry tomatoes, tropical variety. But, yeah, I want more edibles. How come I don't get any trolls? Someone like make a wanted poster for the trolls. I want them to join. You got me with the gardening axe? Let's go. You do gardening. I just became obsessed. In 2020, I started my first garden and I became absolutely obsessed. And I've done a pretty good sized garden beds every single year, regardless of my living circumstance since then, except for this year because we moved to a house. And now that we have a house, we're going to be planting a little mini orchard. I'll have my bonsai garden and our vegetable garden. Wow, landscaping, that sounds like fun stuff. I did a little bit of landscaping with a construction company. They built playgrounds. So I helped build playgrounds all over Oregon and Washington. Lamb, I feel that. I can't help but feel like my purpose is to speak to non-vegans, but there's no harm in bringing vegans together in a chat. Yeah. Daylin and I are very lucky that we got the house that we did. It's like all my dreams coming true at once. Very lucky. Got a couple folks coming this way. We'll see if they're open. Howdy. I'm doing YouTube live interviews. Do you want to try?
What?
I'm doing YouTube live interviews. Do you have 3 minutes?
Like, no.
He does not. Axel, that describes it perfectly. It's like dealing with all those doofuses who really don't care about nothing. Construction is a fun job if you're alone. The AAUA live blew up when there was no blue name, sadly. I'm not sure what that means. What's AAUA? There's a lot more people out here today than last week. And I think I'm in a pretty good spot that could host a group. It's got a little undercover spot for the cameras and some standing room for as many interviews as we could possibly need. Anna, what do you think about me telling people that I'm with anti-animal use out here? You think that matters? Because I found more resource cards from a while back in one of my jackets, so I'm just going to hand those out for now. But I want to make my own resource cards. It's just not easy to do. You mentioned, Anna, using We the Freeze tool to make my own outreach cards for resources, but you can only do that if you're organized, like one of the organizers with We the Free. You can't do it just like as the public. But maybe there's something there. Yeah, I'm going to use anti-animal use for now. Oh, AAUA, duh, the organization I'm representing. Derp. One more thing before I go. Enjoy the troll. Let's chat while you have it. Thank you, Axel. You got a good point. You got a good point. This is nice. A little slice of paradise. No meat emojis. Hey, bro. I'm doing YouTube live interviews. Do you have a minute?
I just got on my lunch.
Okay. We'll do like 3 to 5 minutes tops. How's that?
Yeah, you're good.
Awesome. So, my name's Daniel. What's your name?
JT,
Good to meet you.
nice to meet you.
So, I'm an animal activist. Do you know what that means?
No, not really.
It
You just
me-
like support animals.
support
Like their
animals.
lives.
Exactly, their lives. That's a great way to put it. An animal rights activist, to be specific.
Mhm.
So, I fight for the rights of animals. Do you feel like animals deserve rights?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I like animals.
You like animals?
Yeah.
I like them too, but even if we didn't like them, they would still be deserving of these rights. What sort of rights do you think animals deserve? Like the right to vote, the right to get a driver's license, the right to a livable income.
I mean, I don't know. They're animals. How are they supposed
They're
to do
animals.
that?
They're not going to do any of that. Do you think they deserve rights to their own body?
Like in what sort? Like, what do you mean?
Like as property? Do you think that
Like
their
people owning
body?
Animals?
Do you think that an animal should have the rights to own its own body?
I
Or-
mean,
or do you think
yeah,
it's-
I guess.
yeah?
It's its own body. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yes.
let me shift gears a little bit. Do you think it's respectful to eat the flesh of an animal?
I mean, me personally, yeah, because that's the way I feel like
But
it kind of all started.
right, everyone does it.
Like, it used to be like to survive, you know. Like, you used to hunt animals to live.
Right. But definitely, it's an optional.
Yeah, now.
Hmm. Is there anything preventing you from being vegan?
I've never thought about
Never
it.
thought about it. Do you know what veganism is?
Not really, not super.
A lot of people think it's a diet, but it's more than a diet. It's a principle of not using animals or not exploiting. Exploit means to take from. So veganism is a stance against the exploitation of animals. right? So that's not just diet. I wouldn't go to the zoo. I wouldn't go to the rodeo. I wouldn't pay for dog fighting or something like that because I'm against the exploitation of all animals,
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
right?
Okay. Like that. You think you can't be a vegan and still go to like a horse race or something?
No, because that's financing their exploitation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like for example, if you were in the horse's position or an animal's position where someone was exploiting and using you for entertainment, food, clothing, you wouldn't want it.
I feel like that's NBA.
The NBA,
I feel like that's kind of like the same thing as like sports. And they-
why? Because the sports, the athletes are exploited.
Yeah, but I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand with the kind of horse race and like dog fights kind of aspect. Not so much the dog fight part. That's kind of its own thing. But like the sports wise, like the dog shows and stuff. You want to go to a dog show?
No, no way, because everyone is putting their money and their time together to abuse animals. You know, they're saying that individual is its life is not as valuable as my entertainment and my pleasure. It's, you know, they're not considering the victim on the other end of the process. And you know, rodeos are one thing, circuses and zoos are one thing, but the grocery store is obviously the elephant in the room. You know, because every single day people are eating meat, eggs, and cheese. I don't know if you've ever looked into how these things are made, but in the egg industry, the chicks are ground up on day one if they're born male because they're not valuable. So they go into a big giant blender. In the dairy industry, you know, the cows only produce milk when they're pregnant. So they're re-impregnated forcibly every single year of their life until they're at a quarter of their lifespan where they're killed. And if it has babies that are boys, just like the egg industry, they're not as profitable. So they kill them at birth, or they sell them off to private people who do what they want with them. That's where veal comes from. Veal comes from the dairy industry.
Veal.
Veal, it's a baby cow. A lot of people like to eat animals as babies, like lambs, for example. But you know, what's the difference with that and our cats and dogs and companion animals? They have the same capacity to suffer, right? The same individuality. It's just that we don't have a personal connection with them. Just because
With all the other animals.
yeah, just because I don't have a pet cow doesn't mean I shouldn't respect a cow.
Yeah.
And you know, by respect, I mean just leave them alone, like the baseline. In the same way that I respect you, is in I'm not planning to hurt you or harm you. It's just respect, you
Yeah.
know. And the same for the animals; they don't deserve that. If you see an animal on the side of the road, you're not going to kick him. In fact, if you see someone kicking someone on the side of the road, you're going to defend the animal. If you're an animal lover, right?
Yeah. No, I agree.
So I want to ask you the same question as before. Do you think it's respectful to eat animals' flesh?
Like
Respectful.
just to eat animals, basically.
Yeah, do you think it's respectful to eat their flesh? I mean, today it's an optional product, so bearing that in mind, would you want someone eating your body for an optional product to say, I know he's living and he really was a happy guy, but, you know, protein.
Yeah, but like that's a whole different thing. Cause like it's just part of the ecosystem kind of thing. Like we need the animals to live.
To live. So you're saying we can't live without eating them? Because I'm vegan. I've been vegan for 6 years and vegetarian before then, before I learned that vegetarian still supports animal exploitation. I'm going to let you get back to your lunch, but I want to give you a resource card, okay?
All right.
There's two QR codes on this. One of them is a link to our organization that we have here, Anti-Animal Use, and the other one is a film called Dominion. I want you to take a picture of this QR code and watch that film, okay?
All right.
It's
Where,
gonna-
yeah, where'd y'all come from?
Uh,
Where'd y'all from here?
I'm from St. Helens. Anti-Animal Use. We started an organization out in Portland. A couple of my friends did, and I joined them. And so now I'm bringing it out here, my hometown. I figure let's do it.
St. Helens don't get nothing like this.
Yeah.
That's why when I was walking by,
Yeah, totally.
I seen you a couple days ago doing
Cool.
like the same thing.
Right on.
I was just
I'm
like,
gonna be out here
confused
every
what it
single
was.
Saturday. I don't care if people are. I made a post in Concerned Citizens, and people were laughing it up, making all kinds of comments, like dumb comments about how it's okay to abuse animals for optional products, and that just doesn't. You know, even the meat eaters in there were like, "Whoa, you guys got to tone it back. You all sound really ridiculous right now."
Yeah, no, they definitely be getting violent if you don't like agree with them, which is
No
crazy.
surprise, because when you respect animals, you learn how to respect people who can't serve you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just respect. It's discrimination to use them. If you want to go vegan and you want to join me, then I'd love it if you come out here and talk with the public and help me create vegans. But you got to go vegan first.
All right,
What's your name again?
JT.
JT. Thanks for stopping. I appreciate it.
Have a good one, bro.
Take care.
Stay safe.
You too. That was nice. How we doing in the chat? That was a great conversation. I hope the mic was running and everything. All right, that was an awesome conversation. Seems like he was agreeing with me. I shook his hand even though he didn't say he was going to go vegan, because I could see in his eyes he was really contemplating what I was talking about. I think the younger generations have more capacity than ever to change. Respect the animals. Thank you, Lambretta. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. All right, that was cool. I wonder if that other couple is going to come back that said they would. What's up, you guys? If you're just joining the chat, welcome in. We're in St. Helens, Oregon, my hometown. We're doing vegan outreach on the streets. We've talked to a couple people so far, and they've been extremely open-minded to the principle, just not the action. Veganism is not just an idea, it's an action, because the animals don't care about how you feel. They care about how you vote with your dollar. Voting for body parts can never be compassionate. The goal is to have enough conversations with people to where I can get into a flow state where everything's just effortless and works out. Practice. Aw, thank you, Pia. You guys are too good. Too supportive. I appreciate it. Oh, by the way, my favorite protein is definitely Huel. They also make food products like ramen and some other stuff. Does anyone have an allergy, or not an allergy, but a sensitivity to garlic and onion? I went on a weird diet, a low FODMAP diet, to try to starve certain bacteria from my gut biome. And it was a long process, and it helped a lot. And now I'm only sensitive to garlic and onion, but I want to fix it. Super weird. Lambretta. I also love garlic and onion, unfortunately. I hope one day it will be my friend again. The Huo Gochujang Spicy Noodle Cup are really good. I think I tried that one. I'm not sure if I can have leeks. That's a good question, Utops. I think it's in the same family. Oh, hi, Utops. I don't know if I said hi yet. Can't eat garlic and onion, peanuts and broccoli, among other foods. Whoa, Pia, I think we have the same thing, because broccoli flared my stomach the other day, which is super ironic. Maybe it's because it's cannibalism. Doing good. We've been out here for 37 minutes. I want to be out here for another hour or so. We'll see what happens. 2 conversations. I'm happy with that so far. I think there's just a little bit of a delay with the live chat and live life. I'm the cannibal. My people are flowers like broccoli. And I've never successfully grown broccoli. I tried 2 years ago and it just didn't work out. It like went straight to seed and the others never grew. I don't know if it's a hard one to grow or not. Yeah, I totally feel that. It's like, I don't know what your symptoms are like, but when I eat the wrong foods, I just start getting all bubbly and acid refluxy and constipated for days. Or not for days, but you know, it's not pleasant. Anna says, I grew broccoli once, but then the white butterflies. Oh yeah, the cabbage moth. They're hardcore. They ate my cabbage. We had a couple cabbages going and they're just all over it. Howdy. I'm doing a YouTube live interviews. I'm doing some YouTube live interviews. Do you have a couple minutes for some questions?
I actually don't.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, take care. Not open for interview, but he was very open-minded about it. Polite about it, I should say. There are people with the surname Broccoli. I found out a couple weeks ago. Wow. Lambretta, my last name is Broglie. So I've been called Broccoli since I was about 9. Long before I was plant-based. Look up trap crops. They're crops you grow to sacrifice to the bugs and distract the bugs from the crops you want yourself. I love that. It's way better than getting some weird chemical like cabbage moths. You're supposed to use Monterey, something like that. It's like some weird chemical. Don't want to be putting that all over the streets or all over the garden. I'm super cautious with my garden. I don't do like any pressure treated wood. I make sure there's no plastic. And I usually get nice new mulch. So what I did last week is I started a new group chat for all of the activists in Columbia County here. I found them through Concerned Citizens of Columbia County, and I reached out to them and let them know that I'm out here.
Are you not like smart or talented enough to have good content, so you just interview people in the piss corner with nothing to say?
Why don't you come have a conversation instead of running like a coward? Then stay out of it. He's just a triggered person. He clearly is not very happy with me being out here. He says, sorry that you're not talented. Doesn't even know who I am. Utops, no, don't eat broccoli. That stuff is bad for your health. That guy was crazy. He's so triggered by my existence. Yeah, I can still see him. See him in the back there. Here, I'm gonna trace. Oh, he's gone. I was gonna squish him. No Utops. Broccoli lives matter. That guy was so triggered. He walked by me earlier, and as he was passing, he was like telling me how terrible I am for doing this. Hey guys, we're doing a YouTube live interviews. Do you have a couple minutes for a conversation? Okay, no worries.
Have a good day.
You too. Anna, I'm not sure. I've never talked with that guy. He just walked by and he saw what I was doing. He must have seen my post on Concerned Citizens or something and just got triggered. I don't know why he's so upset, unless it's cognitive dissonance. Couldn't possibly be, though. That's such a rare scenario. I called him a coward as he walked away. And he said, why don't you stop being so talentless? Weird. Weird defense mechanisms that people have. I wonder how far the microphone can go. Can you guys hear me? I don't have the word vegan showing anywhere, Anna. There's no way that he would possibly know unless he had seen in advance what I was doing. I've never even seen him before. Oh, and he's coming back this way, so this will be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, he's a crazy person, clearly. But let's see what wackos want to do. Says he doesn't want to participate, right? Comes right on back. This is the sort of cowardice behavior that you get from cognitive dissonance. I'm here speaking up for the animals, and he comes over to brag about his meat.
I don't actually want to be part of your shit.
Super mature.
I just wanna make fun of you. It was such a good night to dance.
You are aware that I'm doing a YouTube live stream right now?
Okay.
Okay, I want to make sure that you know that you're on camera.
For all 5 people aware. What are they gonna do? Report me for eating salami?
No, you can eat your salami.
Go find something better to do. Like at least have an idea for content.
Oh, what's my ID?
Being a vegan pussy, apparently.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Wild.
Oh God, I fucking love meat so much.
Wow.
To kill another animal gives me so much power. Oh yeah.
You're not doing
Hi,
that.
all 5 people who give a shit.
It's 720 at the moment, but thanks for
Okay,
checking.
You can say any number you want, but it won't really matter. Go get like a talent.
St. Helens, Oregon.
Instrument for like 5
Wonderful times. See, we try our best to keep the peace, and then there's this kind of stuff. Guess it's not raining, so I can move my camera.
And also, what's the end goal? Like, you think I'm gonna become a meme? Tiny ass.
A troll IRL. Pretty fascinating.
What else should I go get me? I guess your channel's now my food stuff review channel. Pumpkin Cat. Today on I'm White Trash and I have too much time, I'm going to interview other white trash people as though they have something to say.
All right, the views are going up. Thank you.
Uh-huh. No, probably not, but okay. Also, 700 isn't really that much on it. I do a lot more playing this.
Why don't you take a picture of this QR code and see what you're supporting?
Again, why would I care about what you care about?
No, it's not about me.
I know.
It's about the victims.
I'll go to a farm or a zoo and give my condolences. Here's the question. What do you have against other people doing life?
Do you want to have an interview?
No?
Then I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay.
So why are you such a dick to strangers?
You want to have an interview?
No,
Then why are you talking to me?
because it's making you butthurt.
You're the one who's clearly hurt, dude. You don't have some.
No, I'm just enjoying the fact that you're so butthurt right
You think I'm wasting my time and you come out here and troll me, bro?
I mean, clearly you're wasting your time. You're standing here in the piss corner.
Yeah.
Literally everyone goes there to piss. We're all here to laugh at you for that.
I'll go out in the public where everyone can see you.
No, I know. Okay.
What an ass, dude. This guy's tripping. I'm just a trigger. Okay, let's see here. Situation. Keep moving along.
Yeah, homie, go get an actual pallet.
This man here is harassing me. He thinks he can stop what we're doing out here when he doesn't know he's stoking the fire. Making me much more passionate about what I'm doing when people act that way. Okay, I'll go over here where more people could see. What a coward. Nothing like idiots trying to lower the consciousness.
Have a nice day.
Hey, fuck off.
Oh, poor baby gonna cry. Oh, baby gonna tell me to fuck off. Oh. Baby got mad that other people
yeah.
make choices that he doesn't. Why don't you do something, baby?
Flip this around here, bro.
Put some views that way. Embarrass yourself. Some more, rather. I mean, homie, you're a grown-ass man. This is some shit that, like, high school would do.
You projecting much?
I will enjoy this far more than all 12 of you. And I currently am.
They're the one enjoying you, bro. You fool.
You're not even gonna take the stand? It's still on their property.
What a coward. Wow, pretty fascinating that people can act like that and still think they're in the right. Fascinating. Let's see how we're doing. Let's see, what do you guys think about that guy? Was he a character or what? I was stopping myself from turning around and knocking his ass out. I was like, he's just trying to trigger me. All that broccoli. That's right, David. Broccoli. Oh, actually, that's not true. We were just talking about how I'm not eating broccoli at the moment because it makes my stomach get upset. Make shorts. Oh yeah, I'll make a couple shorts. I'll make him real famous, especially the part where I made it clear that I was filming him on my YouTube live. He's like, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be in your video. And then he comes over and asks me questions about veganism. Big baby. That's what it's going to be like out here in St. Helens. There's a lot more people who have been indoctrinated and believe that it's totally respectful to eat body parts. Imagine that. I do better get a life. All right, we've been out for 1 hour. I'm doing pretty good. I've had 2 conversations, unless you count the troll. Then it's 3. And we might be getting kicked off. Nope, we're good. Hello. What's up, Jason Gutt? Welcome. Welcome to the chat. I've had a couple conversations so far. People seem to be either very respectful or very not today. So give a little, get a little. All right. Such a great live so far. Had some great convos and one crazy troll. Right, Anna? I think his behavior kind of speaks for itself. It's totally not okay to do what he was doing, that's for sure. Not acceptable. I heard about cooking broccoli in the oven with spices of your choice, olive oil and lemon. It sounds nice. Yeah, totally. When I was on a broccoli kick where we would toss it in a bag with some nooch and oil and then throw it in the air fryer for 15 minutes, and every time it would turn out awesome. trial by troll. I've been initiated. A real life meat flake. He was like a walking meat emoji. He went to the grocery store to get pepperoni and eat it in my face. He was showing me his food, eating with his mouth open, like a big ass baby. Crazy. A man of dignity. 100%. A man who can regulate his emotions well. Dalen, I probably should have bought him a bib. He would have appreciated that. Come in handy when he's talking shit. Howdy. The blue guard. Hey, why isn't Lambretta a mod? Someone's been slacking. They better get on it. Certainly couldn't be me. All right. Lambs, part of the blue guard. I like it. We should start a cult and call it Blue Guard. I'm just joking. Don't start a cult. If veganism was a cult, who would our leader be? Because it's not Gary anymore. $14 likes. Come on, you guys. Like the chat. Get it up. Oh, Paul Bashir. Paul Bashir is basically anonymous for the voiceless at this point, I feel like. And he's a big inspiration for, in my opinion, for flow chart, for outreach styles. But there's so many different good outreach approach styles that I've seen work really, really well. I feel like for the king of live streams is like either Chip or maybe Mel and Steve. I look forward to the day when someone out here says they want to be vegan and join my live stream on a weekly basis. That would be amazing. Hey, I'm doing YouTube live streams. Not interested. Lots of people, but not a lot of interest. Oh, David, I think you're right. VSL has been on fire lately. You know, not just with her activism, but her editing and organizing. I really appreciate the work you're doing, Anna. It's timely when I was ready for activism that you started anti-animal use. And I like it more than AV because it's grassroots and local. No rules, too. Number one. I wish they hadn't have added those little numbers on there. I just think it's weird. Like they create this hierarchical system within the YouTube live chats so we can be better than others or something. We just need more people speaking up. I don't think there's a wrong way to do it, but I think it takes bravery and courage to come out here and talk to people about it. That's for sure. There's a couple of homeless folks that are always standing on the corner over here asking for money, and at this point they're chilling over by the bank, like peeking over the bush looking at me. I don't wonder if it's because I'm in their begging spot. I'm not moving though. What's up, Steven? What's up, Fur? Welcome to the chat. Got 14 vegans in the chat. I bet you they're all vegan. If there's any non-vegans in the chat, drop a peace sign. Let us know you're in here. I spoke to, I think, 7 vegans today at a vegan event to get them going live. I've got 2 people who are thinking to join me for some anti-animal use style outreach. Awesome, David. That's what we need. I really, really feel like one individual is so impactful when we're speaking to the core of the issue, or as Cam Waters put it, straight to the jugular of the issue, which is people's hearts. People's hearts are turned away from the animals, and they just don't know how to respect animals anymore, and that's the main problem. The problem isn't factory farming or health or global warming. The problem is people consciously choosing to abuse animals. It's supposed to be rainy all day, and we've been getting a lot of sunshine. Just chilling. 2:05. We'll see how we're doing. I might be out another half an hour or so. Maybe I could swap back down to the other end now that homie's not over there. Good night, you tops. 10 p.m. All over the world. Pretty cool. Next time I definitely need a sign that says, "Come talk to me." Signs are expensive though. What's the cheapest way to make a sign, you guys? Is it just cardstock from Walmart? Big markers? Oh, okay. I thought you said you were taking off. Right on. Yeah, this is my hometown. My high school is right over there. I grew up here. It's just one of those small towns that always pulls you back. I lived in New Jersey and Portland and Washington, but St. Helens kept pulling me back for a good reason. My hometown is where I met my wife, and we bought our house. Living our best life, speaking up for the animals. switch sides, but I don't want to switch and have everyone show up over here all of a sudden. Maybe I should just be patient. Eleven is super late. You're on a mission. Maybe, Anna, I'd love to have one of the AAU signs just to hold on to, but I just want to buy my own, you know. That way we've got as many as possible when we're out at the PSU farmers market, because I can't make it every time. I'm officially on babysitting duty on Saturdays, and unfortunately I can't find one person in my family or community reliable enough to babysit my daughter for a couple of hours. But I'm hoping that'll change. We'll make friends, and by friends I mean vegans. Okay, yeah, I'd love a sign. I ordered some signs a while back that I custom made, but at this point, I don't agree with the signs that I made myself. It was like a year ago I made them, and one of them says, "Slaughterhouses are insanely cruel." And that is very true. They are very cruel. But I think it's a conversation towards welfareism, which could be dangerous. I don't want to give people that scapegoat where they can say, yes, slaughterhouses are evil. Let's get away from slaughterhouses and instead support small, local, sustainable murder. Or compassion. I mean, is it compassionate to leave the animals alone? Do you have to love someone to not murder them? I'm gonna swap back to the other side here in a minute. Swap back down to the other side. Wish me luck. Uh-oh, stream might be bugging. There we go. What's up, you guys? I'm just walking back to the opposite side. If I do outreach here on the sidewalk, they kick me off. So I gotta be out on the far side where the people are not walking. Probably why I'm not reaching so many people. Having some connection issues while I'm walking around. Right, we're back to the good spot. Wonder if the front. I think the front camera's better quality. It's got to be. Technical issues. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Just go up in the chat. Figured it out. I just did I closed the YouTube app and opened it up, like you're saying, David. It was bugging. I think it's just because I'm connected to the hotspot. Let's see how we're doing. Well, the good news about outreaching in St. Helens is you go through resource cards extremely slowly. So that's a plus. Hello. I'm doing a YouTube live interviews. Could I ask you a couple questions?
I'm sorry, I really don't have.
No worries. So he really doesn't have the time. Let's use the link. Oh yeah, I see the link for the signs. Is that what you're talking about? Here's the link for Alexandra's sign. That's awesome. I want to go through and pick the ones that I like the most. How much are her signs? Because if they're like $40, I'll just buy one. Sorry you're feeling that way, Fur. It's oh, they're free. Okay, well, that's beautiful. I love it. I'll jump on there after this stream. Daylin, help me remember. She's my other half of my brain. Without which I would surely be dumb. I think this time of the year it can feel a little gloomy. But largely genetic. It reminds me of how non-native trees, often react differently to the environment when they're not in their native. Still no?
Yeah.
Okay. Winter is about nesting. Just like the trees, they should be going dormant. Hello.
Hi.
I'm doing a YouTube live interview. Do you have time?
Pardon?
I'm doing a YouTube live interviews. Do you have time for a couple questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. She said, good luck. I love eating delicious food, but the problem is whenever I cook delicious foods, I take as many shortcuts as I possibly can. If that makes sense. Very smart on your own. Thank you, Daylin. I'm glad you think I'm smart. That's very flattering that you believe that. I joke. Maybe next time we got a troll following me around and harassing me, I'll just have the police on hand, call them up and tell them. Actually, it might be a good idea to reach out to the police and let them know that I'm doing outreach out here and just clear it with them, because I'm sure someone's gonna call on me if they don't like what I'm doing. So Mel and Steve and I are going to plan a project live stream hangout soon. Everyone can join and we'll go over all things and open up for a Q&A. It'll be fun. Stay tuned. Oh, and it's a surprise. That's awesome. I'm definitely down for that, since Anna and I are going to the Washington slaughterhouse soon. And the fun thing about going to that slaughterhouse, Anna, I've got a DSLR with a zoom lens, so we'll see if we can zoom in and get some footage of the animals and maybe the inside of the factory if they leave something open. I can't help but think about, like, I know slaughterhouses are already hell on earth, but slaughterhouses in America have to be worse, you know, because no one cares. They don't have activists who are sneaking into their gas chambers and hiding cameras like Joey Carbstrong. Instead, they have anti-animal use. We're getting there. Joining Project Livestream. That's right, anti-animal use is joining Project Livestream. December 19th, we're going to expose Foster Farms in Kelso, Washington. And this is going to be fun. Listen to this, Anna. I asked ChatGPT, can you tell me if the Kelso, Washington Foster Farm slaughterhouse was in the news recently? And it said yes. It was in here a few times. I was like, oh, okay. And it was like, do you want me to put all that information into a PDF so you can download it and reference it? And I was like, yes. Who's the activist here? Is it me or ChatGPT? Okay, so here's what we found about the Kelso, Washington Foster Farm slaughterhouse. The Washington Department of Ecology fined Foster Farms for $44,000 for discharging untreated chicken processing wastewater. Some of the wastewater reached the Columbia River. That's nice. Anyone want to go for a swim? And the incident also included a delayed notification on the local treatment plant, violating state reporting requirements. That means they didn't do anything about the wastewater. Public Permit Inspection Database lists the Kelso plant with continued oversight, including a 2023 inspection period. That means they've got eyes on this branch for cruelty. Animal welfare issues. This is the fun part. USDA inspectors documented repeated animal handling violations at the Kelso facility. And there's news articles to these facts, to these statements here. Reports include birds entering the scalder alive or conscious, which constitutes as a serious humane handling failure. Violations were documented in 2018 and referenced again in 2024 in a complaint summarizing the long-term issue. So this has been going on since 2018 and was reported again in 2024. The odds of it not going on right now are slim. I'm sure there's plenty to expose there, Anna, and I'm just saying, when we do go to Kelso Slaughterhouse, I don't want to mention any of this because they're already really sensitive and they could be sketchy people if they don't want us exposing them, because they're already on edge with the media reports that I'm talking about here, so anything more could be bad. Listen to the overall summary from ChatGPT. The Kelso Slaughterhouse has appeared in media and regulatory records for environmental violations, documented USDA humane handling issues, and broader company scrutiny. While not constantly in the news, its record contributes to ongoing concerns about Foster Farms' environmental compliance, food safety culture, and, of course, animal welfare standards across facilities. Foster Farms is huge. What was that you said, Anna? 120,000 chickens they kill in one single day? I love what Mel and Steve are doing with Project Livestream. these places need to be exposed. Thank you, David, for putting the notification out. Well, it'd be cool to have some people jump in our live stream and see it. I think Rebecca's going too, and someone here in Columbia County wanted to join, but she said she works on those days. Should be interesting. I've never actually been to a slaughterhouse, so I might have to bring a swimsuit if I start crying a little. And it's a lot of chickens. It's hard to fathom. It's hard to understand how many chickens that is. It's hard to understand and know how much blood that is. It's like records. The earth is per day. Yeah, for per day. 120,000. How can we feed this many chickens? How can we house this many chickens? They're not objects. So basically my audience who's watching me can somehow transfer them to you when I go off my live. So whoever in the room watching goes directly to you, if that makes sense. Transfer viewers. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's really cool. Maybe we should just be doing outreach with selfie sticks instead of tripods. Well, I haven't had a conversation in a little while. I was kind of hoping to talk with someone other than Meat Flake. I should look him up on Facebook, find him and add him. He'd poop his pants. I think YouTube Live has a long way to go. Like, I wish you could DM. I wish all these apps were just simple. Oh, you guys want to see my shirt? I'm wearing my vegan shirt. My favorite vegan shirt. Says, be a voice for the voiceless. Or be a voice of the voiceless. Here, I get a thumbnail for next time. Thank you, U-Tops. I've got it on Amazon. It's a cheapo. Moving the camera so I can get my thumbnail screenshot for the next time. That way I look all professional. Oh, there's a cop right over here. Okay. That's my thumbnail. What do you think? Hello. I'm doing a YouTube Live right now, doing interviews with the public. Are you interested? Yeah? All right. Just be a few minutes. Come on over. So I'm Daniel.
I'm Parker.
Parker. Hey, Parker. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Thanks for stopping. So let's see. We'll jump right in. How do you feel about humans exploiting animals?
This is so interesting. The video I'm listening to right now is somebody reviewing all of the Flash games that PETA made back in the late 2000s, early 2010s. That's just a crazy coincidence.
Wow, that is a crazy coincidence.
Yeah. I think it's pretty awful. My wife is a staunch vegan. She's been vegan since
Oh, wow.
since birth, basically.
Whoa, I wish. Okay, yeah. So you think the animals deserve respect?
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you think it's respectful to eat their flesh? That's a funny
no.
way to word it, but isn't that the truth?
Yeah, it really is, and it's kind of like it's something that has been so normalized because obviously in the animal world, animals eat other animals.
Right.
But like with humans, it really is a gray area because we created agriculture, we created tool use, and when you look at the fossil record, you're going to see a lot of meat because that's going to be more easily fossilized. It's way more difficult for plants to fossilize. So people look back and they think, oh, well, obviously humans were carnivores, but like the truth is, especially the way our teeth are, it's a lot more plants than people think.
Well, we don't have to eat meat. So I guess my
Yeah,
next
that too.
question would be, is there anything preventing you from being vegan
No.
and
I'm pretty
aligning
much
your
vegan.
your intentions with your actions? Because you say that animals deserve respect. You know, it's not respectful to eat their flesh.
Mhm.
So is there anything preventing you from aligning your actions with your values?
No, not really.
Not really?
No.
So you technically could be vegan, right?
Yeah, I kind of pretty much am. It's only like rare circumstances, like if I'm at like a family event or some kind of other thing where someone is serving me.
You
something.
pretty much are vegan.
Yeah.
So how would you define vegan?
Ooh, I'm just gonna keep it simple and say to not consume animal products.
I like that. That's definitely an aspect of veganism. But
Mhm.
vegans also wouldn't go to the rodeo or the zoo,
Of course.
right?
Yeah, that's,
Which
yeah,
so it's not just a diet.
Of course.
It's the original definition of veganism was a principle that we should live without exploiting animals,
I think
right?
that's great.
Yeah, that's something that you sound like you agree with,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my gosh! When I lived in Chicago for the past couple of years, and I worked for this horrible photo company, and one of the venues we worked was at the aquarium, and my main job was to photograph they called them encounters,
Mhm.
but they would have people pay hundreds of dollars to get in the water with the beluga whales.
Oh
I
man,
was just so frustrated because
yeah,
the Marine Mammal Protection Act, was made mainly for orcas because of blackfish, right? Because that really spread a bunch of awareness about the mistreatment of marine mammals. But it didn't extend. It's just basically orcas. So you have belugas, who are very, very similar, still being bred in captivity, still
Right.
being exploited, and it's just so.
highly sentient,
Yes. Oh, very
right?
much so.
And so let's compare maybe to a cow. A
Mhm.
cow is also highly sentient. They have a capacity to suffer.
Mhm.
But in the dairy industry, they're forcibly impregnated every year of their life
Oh, it's so awful.
and then killed at a quarter of their lifespan.
Yeah, I think if you think you as a human, or even any other animal, to be forced to lactate until you die, that must be horrible.
And killed at a quarter. Not to mention your baby's taken away, and the boys are killed at birth because they're not profitable. Have you seen boy cows around here? They kill 'em.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, let's see. I want to ask. What do you think the number one benefit of veganism is for you?
Oh, for me.
For you, what's the benefit?
For me personally, it just feels better, physically. Talking about the way that meat, for me especially, affects my endothelial function, with my blood flowing through my body. I prefer eating more plants and stuff.
Okay. Well, what if by me not consuming you, I told you the benefit is better blood flow, because I'm not consuming you? What do you think the biggest benefit of veganism is?
More life.
More life.
More life.
I
That's
think
how
I think the biggest benefit is that you're no longer a hypocrite,
that too. Yeah.
right? Because for you personally, you say animals deserve respect, but you finance them to be beheaded, which is a little bit of a contradiction, right?
Yeah.
You can see that?
Yeah. There was this one guy. He was whatever the word is for someone who stops poachers, and as he's working this job and saving all these endangered animals, and then he's still going home and eating a steak or whatever, and in his mind he justified it, and he's well, it's fine because this was, made to do this or whatever. But eventually he realized, there is no difference.
There is no difference. If I were to stab a dog with a needle, it would hurt a cow if I stabbed it with a needle just the same, and us as well. So we compare it on intelligence because that's convenient to say we're more intelligent. That's why it's okay to exploit them. But would that be okay with any human or other animals? We're more intelligent than dogs. That's why we can eat them. It just doesn't make sense.
You have to, when you have an industry in anything, you need to come up with reasons to justify it. There's always going to be this. We've seen this with every single industry.
Right.
Back when the tobacco industry would pay doctors to say, "Oh yeah, it's good if you smoke," that type of thing. So we still see that with meat, and we're always going to see it with meat. I think like the Got Milk campaign, things like that, like I think the most frustrating thing in the whole world to me personally is how the benefits of milk are so heavily
Right.
advertised. Yeah,
They are.
Of course they have benefits. It's made for an animal.
It's baloney.
That is a baby.
Even
to
babies,
grow.
like we've got our baby. I have a 3-month-old right now, and
Mm.
she's on a plant-based formula. It's pretty easy to find and order that one. But most babies here in America are put on cow milk as infants. Does that make any sense? Like
That's horrible.
we're not baby cows. It doesn't make any sense.
It's like even as an adult, it's like even if you're an adult, you're not. It's like you think about the weight too. How
Yeah.
heavy a cow is compared
They're
to a
huge. They have
human.
4 stomachs, 4 hearts.
Yes.
And they like belly rubs. They like running around like puppies. They have emotions, a capacity to suffer, and all they have is their life, and we take that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh,
so
yeah.
I think with how much you're agreeing with me, I want to give you a resource card.
Okay.
There's 2 links on here. They're QR codes. One of them is to our organization, Anti-Animal Use.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be out here every single Saturday, as much as I possibly can, streaming. You're welcome. If you do go vegan, you and your wife, please come join me. We need to rally support here.
Okay.
We've got a vegan chat, bunch of vegans in here who are all about it. They love it, but you got to be vegan, right?
Okay.
This side is Dominion. Have you heard of it? 2018, Dominion is a film that shows the standard industry practice of how meat, eggs, cheese, and other animal products are made, right? It shows the standard industry practice. It's not unfair or dishonest because those are standard,
Of course.
right? And regardless of if it was killed in the most beautiful way, euthanized in a pasture and flowers and butterflies, it's still taking the life of someone who didn't want to die.
Yeah, and it's not for like we're not made. If you look at like all carnivores in the animal kingdom, they all have specific adaptations for digesting meat. We don't have any of those.
No.
Like we have super long intestines.
Yeah, you mentioned our teeth, but our jaws swivel like
Yes.
herbivores. We have long intestines like herbivores. We actually can't produce our own vitamin C
Yeah.
like carnivores can. There's a lot of strong signs that we're more healthy on a vegan diet, or a plant-based diet. But I'm not trying to talk about the health as much because
Oh, okay.
veganism isn't about health.
Mm.
You know what it's about?
It's about the animal.
It's about the animal. It's about the ethics.
The ethics.
Right?
of
It's an
course,
ethical
yeah.
stance. So anyone who you get in a conversation about veganism, try and direct them in the ethical direction instead of talking about, you're gonna lower your risk of cancer because of certain carcinogenic red meats and processed meats. That sort of stuff is true.
Yeah.
But if you go vegan for your health, you won't stay vegan because it's for you. If you go vegan for those victims, you will stay vegan. I've been vegan
Yeah.
for about 6 years, and
Yeah.
And,
I didn't even think about it that way, and
yes.
that's definitely how my wife has stayed.
Yes,
vegan her
exactly,
whole life,
for the
for that
animals.
specific reason,
And,
yeah.
and I don't blame you one bit because it took me 24 years
Mm.
to realize this is someone's leg. Someone
Yes!
wanted to use this.
Exactly.
This is more than a leg. It represents an individual who didn't want to die. And I would never take a life in that way.
Of course not.
It doesn't, it's not the golden rule. It's not compassionate. It's not what I want to contribute to. And it's oppressing all of us by creating these violent systems. You know?
It's, if
I
it
want-
makes money, they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. It makes tons of money. It's what money is based on. Capital was originally a word that came from animal exploitation because back in the day, before capitalism existed, money was defined by the cattle that you owned, the heads of cattle, the capital. But that's just as appropriation as sexism or racism, speciesism.
Yeah.
I want to ask you one more question before you go. how many more animals do you want exploited for you from this very point moving forward?
Do I want?
How many?
0.
0.
Yeah.
So you want to be vegan from right now moving forward?
Oh yeah, like.
All right. You gonna do it?
Oh yeah.
Can I get a handshake on that?
Oh, of course.
Awesome. Any food products after this moment, okay? Vegan.
Oh, yeah, these are
You can
potatoes.
totally do it. Potatoes? Oh, right on. You.
Yeah.
I was hoping that you didn't have a bag of chicken, but
Oh no.
but
no,
if
these
you
are-
did,
yeah,
you
these are
know.
Potato wedges, I promise.
Awesome. From this point forward, if you can avoid demanding other people's lives for optional products, then you know, do your best. I really appreciate you stopping.
Of
I had a fun interaction with a meat troll earlier. He was so triggered, dude. He ran all the way to the gas station and back with some pepperoni to go and tell me that I'm talentless.
That's
I'm like, bro,
insane.
I don't even know you.
But that's good for you because you get more engagement that way.
It boosts the algorithm, that's for sure.
Do you have like a name for your?
I'm-
You're on YouTube, you said?
Yep, on YouTube is where I live stream. I'm Daniel Broccoli.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll definitely look you up and send a couple subscribers your way.
Cool, awesome. Well, again, I appreciate you stopping.
Of course, of course.
Thank you so much for being open-minded for the animals and having a great conversation.
Have a good rest. of
You
your day.
too. Take care. Future vegan. You hear that, guys? He said him and his wife are vegan. Or his wife is vegan. He's not vegan, but he's now a vegan, according to his values and what he said. Nice. Alrighty, how are we doing? Daniel being very awesome. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Martin. Okay, thank you, Fur. I appreciate it. I'm a natural. Oh man, you guys are too kind. Too kind. I've always been very introverted, but I love people. I love people. I love talking with them about anything I can. Howdy. I'm doing a YouTube live. Do you have a couple minutes for an interview? I'm doing a YouTube live. Do you have a couple minutes for an interview? Okay. All right, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up unless there's someone else who's interested. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here. I'm glad we could end this on a positive note with a new future vegan who is also local here in St. Helens, Oregon. Thank you all moderators for being in the chat. Thank you, Daylin, for being my wife, and thank you, Vegan, for being vegan. Let's keep it real out there. Cool. Thank you all. Take care. Okay, let's see here.